Are you considering flipping a property as part of your real estate wealth creation plan? Well, if you are, I want to take you behind the curtain and show you what you don't see on a lot of these home renovation shows, because there is a lot more than picking out new cabinets and trying to paint and redo flooring. Sometimes when you get into a big project, even a house that doesn't seem like it's got a lot of issues, you go in behind the curtain and you realize there can be a lot of things that you have to fix. Now, I want to take you inside, give you a tour so that you can have a better idea of what a real flip looks like, something that you're not going to see on a renovation show. All right, come on inside. All right, come on in. Now, one of the first things you'll notice is we've got all kinds of water contamination coming in here. So that's definitely something we're going to have to clean up. Now, with a project like this, one of the first things that we have to do is make sure that the property is actually safe for the tradespeople and the contractors to come in and do a lot of the work. Now you'll notice we had water damage in here before we purchased it. You can see there's some damage here to the beautiful hardwood. We've got the ceiling coming down. We've got some mold growth going up the walls here. And of course, inside the wall here, which unfortunately is going to add some cost. We have to make sure we get that cleaned up before we start redoing the walls. We want to make sure that's nice and tight and secure. The good news is that so far, because the roof's a little bit newer, is that we haven't actually had ongoing water coming in. At least it doesn't seem like it so far. All right, now come on through. So this property has certain parts of it that actually aren't too bad. This is one of the rooms that you can see the floors are in pretty good shape. And I love this fireplace. This is really cool. I'm really hoping we can do something with this. It's not gonna be a functional fireplace, but it's just a really cool piece for a house like this. All right, come on through. We're not gonna go upstairs right now. It's pretty tight up there, but this is a story and a half. So we have a bedroom, we have a bathroom up there, and there's access to the attic. Now, one of the things that, I don't know why, I think it's mildly funny. Maybe that's why I'm a good person to be working on projects like this. But we have, and I learned this term recently, a multi-generational raccoon problem. So what that means is that we basically are providing free rent for local wildlife that are actually managing to get in. Some of them are getting behind the gutters. Some of them are crawling in. They've burrowed a little hole in beside the chimney. So they're getting in there, and they're having babies, and we're basically housing several generations of raccoons under one roof. Now, luckily I haven't seen them up there in the times I've been up there, so I'm hoping that they've disappeared for the summer. But according to one of the professionals that we checked with, they're probably gonna try to get back in the spring when it's mating season. So that'll be exciting. That'll be after we're done the flip. So they're in for a rude awakening. Into the kitchen. Now, when you start with a small scale flip, typically you're looking at doing kitchens, bathrooms, flooring, and paint. This project goes way beyond that. You can see over here on the wall, we've got some damage that we're gonna have to get cleaned up. Those are the pipes running up to the upstairs bathroom. They're all disconnected. One of the other things too is that this property has only a 60 amp electrical service. So what that means is that it's not gonna be up to the demands of modern electrical needs. So we're gonna have to come in, upgrade that service. We're actually gonna upgrade the heating service while we're at it. We're gonna add a lot more plugs. There's gonna be a lot of work here. And we got the quote for that recently, and it's gonna be over $10,000 just to do that part. So it is a big cost that you wanna make sure you're budgeting for, especially if you need electrical updates on a property. Now, one other thing that I think is interesting in here, you might have noticed, normally you don't see bars on a kitchen window. So why are those there? Well, it turns out that in the past, because this property was vacant for a few years before we purchased it, there have been squatters getting in here, and those squatters managed to break through one of the windows in the bedrooms. So the former owners actually came in and they put bars on the window. Good news, we're gonna get rid of those as soon as the project gets underway, because that is definitely not, it's not the most attractive feature of a house. So this is one of two bathrooms. For a house this size, it's actually pretty good. We have this half bath, basically laundry room and toilet and sink. Not sure if we're gonna keep this as the current use or if we're gonna change it around. That's still part of a work in progress. We're actually gonna meet with our contractor here hopefully in the next a little bit and figure out more of a game plan for how we're going to use this space. Coming through, we still have more ceiling damage. As we come into one of the bedrooms here, again, we got those very attractive bars, which are not going to be something that we're going to keep there. Those are just there until we get the project underway. And once the house is a little bit more lived in, then we're definitely going to be taking those down. But while it's vacant, we're just going to leave those on there for the time being. Hopefully it'll keep the raccoons out and anybody else that might be thinking about trying to get in. So if you're thinking about a real estate investment that involves flipping or rehabbing, make sure that you're taking into consideration all the potential costs, all the potential issues, and getting quotes ahead of making your purchase so that you can make sure you don't get in over your head. The key to success with a project like this is making sure that you purchase right so that you've allowed enough room in the budget to do all the work and pad your budget for the inevitable surprises. We figured that there was going to be a little bit of remediation. We were not expecting a multi-generational raccoon issue. If you have questions, if you want to talk about how real estate might fit into your portfolio, whether it's flips or any other type of investment real estate, give me a call. My name is Keddy at Lepage, Truro Real Estate, and I'd be happy to help you reach your real estate goals.